Everyone, and Happy New Year. I am so excited to get the new year started. Right now is kind of the slow time of the year after the holiday rush, and I feel like some decluttering is in order. I've been kind of slacking on some spaces that have been needing some extra TLC for a while now. So I thought right now would be the perfect time when we're in this slow period. I'm really excited for spring. So this cold winter months, I wanted to take this opportunity to go through and declutter and reset my space so that way when spring comes can really focus on gardening and being outside. So we are going to get the day started. Let me go show you what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing my office space where I work, and it is a dark room and it's smaller, so having clutter and stuff out of place really emphasizes the darkness of it. So I really want to get that taken care of. So let me go show you what we're working with. All right, so here I have several boxes that I've saved from Christmas and the holiday season. You can see I already started doing some decluttering from a previous space right here. And then I have a storage bin. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with that yet, and a few boxes that I'm going to be using for decluttering. Let me show you the room. Okay, so this is the room that we're going to be working with. This is where I currently work at. I do embroidery, DTF, Cricut design, stuff like that. And it's basically considered my desk room because it's basically a room filled with desks. And yes, I have a bunch of stuff out because I'm working on mock-ups and different designs for Easter. There is a lot going on back here. We have like memory stuff at the top for my kids, birthdays and cards and dresses and stuff that I'm saving for them that I want to eventually put in a memory box, one of those cute like paper ones that'll help protect it and also make it more visually appealing. And then I have like learning stuff over on this side, all kinds of laptops that I really need to take and get recycled, and just tons of documents and papers that need to be gone through and categorized, which I'm going to be working on today. So without further ado, let's get going. So I have everything pulled out into the living room now, and it is a lot of stuff. But yeah, I wanted to pull it out to the living room because if I leave it in my workspace, I won't be able to work and do orders. So this is what it is. Behind me here, if you see those two big bookcases, those were in my workspace that we had pulled out that we're eventually going to get rid of. We just haven't had any help to move them actually out of the house and take them anywhere to relocate them or even put them out to the road to see if anybody else would like to pick them up. So they're just hanging out in the living room for now. Not exactly visually appealing, but it is what it is, and that's where they sit for right now. So I'm just going to start going through all the stuff, sorting it into different categories, and then try to figure out what I want to do with it from there. When you start decluttering, the first step is pulling everything out. And that's when the reality hits about how much stuff you actually have. To make the process more manageable, I start with 3 simple categories: keep, donate, recycle / garbage. You can set a timer if you want to for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever works for you to help you from feeling overwhelmed. After the initial sort, I break down the keep pile into more specific subcategories like important documents, taxes, business papers, sentimental items, and daily use items. Having this structured approach helps prevent feeling overwhelmed during the process. The most valuable lesson I've learned from regular decluttering is being more mindful about new purchases. Decluttering isn't just physically demanding, it's also emotionally exhausting, where you confront past spending habits and organizational challenges. It's easy to feel discouraged when facing a cluttered space. I remind myself this is part of the learning process. Each decluttering session is an opportunity to learn and make better choices moving forward. All right, so we are looking a lot better. I have everything organized. I have like wrapping stuff there, sentimental stuff on the top and up. I have binders and papers, and then important documents are in the top one with the glass. Same thing with the two, what do you call those? Filing? The two filing, I don't know, the two filing cabinet things. Craft supplies, and then educational materials. And then those shelves are just bare. It looks and feels so much better having this all cleared out and organized. After decluttering, I like to treat myself with one of my favorite drinks, such as a matcha tea latte, and a healthy snack as a little reward for the decluttering session. And here is the finished space. Once it's all cleaned and organized, it feels so much better. It's going to feel so good to be working in here now that I don't have all that clutter hanging over my head. Here are the three boxes that I will be donating. First, I have to go through and organize them so they're nice and neat. And here is the recycling. And of course, I have 5 laptops that are outdated that I need to take and recycle as well. So I hope you've all had a good start to the new year. I know the new year can feel like a fresh new start, but it can also feel overwhelming because we have a lot of pressure to try to obtain our goals, and we still are dealing with things from the previous year, actually years and years worth of dealing with emotional baggage, finances, and it can feel overwhelming when we move into the new year. We have all these goals and pressures to achieve all these goals, and I think we need to be kind and gentle with ourselves. I know I've personally fallen into this where I would really have high hopes for the new year, but it turned out to feel like the previous year. And it really came down to me not being intentional with actually planning and figuring out what I was going to focus my time and energy on for that year. And before I knew it, that year had passed and not much had changed. So this year, I really wanted to take time to sit down and set an action plan of how I want this year to look, what I'm going to be focusing my time and energy on. And one of those things was to be a lot kinder to myself, stop falling into the perfectionism category and pushing myself too hard, and really be intentional and careful with the way that I'm directing my energy. And I know we all have so much going on in our home lives, our work lives, that really setting the time aside to work on additional goals can feel overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be huge, drastic changes all at once. It can just be little micro habits that we can put in place. I hope that this video added value to your life. I'm gonna have a lot more content coming up, a lot of decluttering, a lot of just like changes, working on the house, and just anything that I think could help add value to your life. But with that being said, I wanna say thank you so much for watching today's video, and take care until my next one. Bye, you guys.